Cause you took away my shame, and you nailed it to the cross. You got me running out the grave. Hallelujah, here I come. Because you took
racial profiling though. Dead homies, they don't have no reason why they stop the car. They just see a motherfucker, see they face and want to stop cars and harass people. I don't give a fuck. I'll check in with my probation and I go to college, nigga. Y'all just a waste of time. It's motherfuckers that's missing and dying and hella shit out here and y'all waste y'all fucking time. Bored as fuck. Wasting time.
You got on probation, this one happened.
I'm about to. Oh, like 4 months left.
Okay, congratulations. Then
next time y'all, I'm finna tell, no, too bad, no, and I'm finna be making more money than you next year. Oh God, I graduate in 5 months. Cool. I'm gonna be making way more money.
For a long time, one of the biggest critiques that fans had about AO Bub was the idea that he didn't necessarily know who he was yet. And in the entertainment industry, especially within hip-hop culture, that's not an uncommon phase for people to go through. When you're trying to find your footing in a space where personality often sells just as much as talent, there's always that temptation to attach yourself to whatever is trending at the moment. Whether that's riding somebody else's wave, inserting yourself into situations that really don't involve you, or doing things for shock value. A lot of individuals fall into the trap of thinking that virality equals validation. And in Bub's case, many people felt like some of the earlier antics were exactly that. Attempts to manufacture relevance rather than build it organically. Clout chasing can be a dangerous lane because it slowly chips away at your authenticity. You start off doing one thing that's slightly outside of your character because it gets attention, and before you know it, you're leaning fully into a persona that doesn't even represent who you truly are. That's where the whole identity crisis narrative began to follow him around. Fans weren't necessarily attacking him personally. They were reacting to what they felt was inconsistency in how he presented himself to the world. But on the flip side of that, Bub has consistently taken steps in real life that show progression and personal investment. Driving trucks at one point in time is a form of discipline and structure that a lot of people in the rap space never even attempt to engage with. Getting his teeth fixed was another major self-improvement decision, because that's not about the internet. That's about confidence, health, and long-term self-esteem. And now, recently getting baptized is something that exists completely outside of music politics, algorithms, and social media engagement. That's a personal decision rooted in accountability and transformation. Sometimes people are easily influenced simply because they haven't yet developed a strong enough mental framework to stand firm in who they are. When your sense of identity is still under construction, you naturally begin to mirror what you think success looks like. In the rap game, success is often packaged as controversy, disrespect, loudness, and conflict. Because unfortunately, those things travel faster online than humility or growth ever will. So if you're looking around and seeing individuals go viral off drama or antics, it's easy to convince yourself that you have to do something similar just to remain competitive in the attention economy. That's likely where Bub's mindset may have been at one point, believing that in order to take things to the next level, he had to engage in behavior that would get people talking, even if that behavior was counterproductive to his long-term image. But maturity often comes from experience. Once a person lives through the consequences of those decisions, whether that's backlash, embarrassment, or simply realizing that the attention wasn't translating into anything sustainable, they begin to outgrow those negative influences. And once you outgrow them, it actually becomes much easier to be yourself. You're no longer chasing approval because you understand that approval based on performance isn't real acceptance anyway. You start prioritizing stability over spectacle, growth over gimmicks, and peace over popularity. The lesson here is that evolution is possible for anyone who's willing to do the internal work. The rap industry can absolutely pressure individuals into making irrational choices in pursuit of viral moments. But real success usually comes from consistency, discipline, and self-awareness. not from trying to become the loudest person in the room for 15 seconds of engagement. Now that Bub appears to be moving in a more grounded direction, hopefully he remains on that trajectory. Growth is never a straight line, and backsliding is always a possibility when old environments or influences re-enter the picture. But if he continues to focus on personal development the same way he has with these recent decisions, there's a real opportunity for him to redefine how he's perceived, not just by fans, but by himself. And in a space like hip-hop where perception often becomes reality, that kind of internal alignment can make all the difference between temporary buzz and long-term success. That's something that anybody in the game, including creators building platforms like AO Business TV, can take note of when balancing authenticity with the pressure to perform for an algorithm.